Still haven't paid a parking ticket? There's a way to get rid of it without paying a cent.
UT Austin scientists discover new weaknesses in the COVID-19 virus.
A family of ducks is in danger. One woman wants to help. Stay tuned to hear how. Reporting Texas TV starts now.
Good evening, I'm Razel Yanez.
And I'm Caroline Young.
If you have parking tickets you just can't pay off, you're going to want to hear this.
Food for Fines can actually help you give those tickets back to the community. Avery Garrett is live in the newsroom to tell us how.
Over 7,000 parking citations have been issued on campus since August. Rather than paying with money, Food for Fines allows you to pay with soup, donating to a good cause.
When it comes to helping UT students get free food, the UT Outpost has been a one-stop shop.
This year, a lot more students are learning about UT Outpost and using the resource, which is great. And that also means that food flies off our shelves, and in particular, some of the food items that are very easy for students to cook and quick for them.
Like cans of soup. That's why Food for Fines is asking for soup in order to pay off your citation. It's needed because the Outpost finds 1/3 of UT students struggle to afford nutritious meals. This year, UT Outpost has already served over 2,000 students.
Food insecurities is a real thing on our campus. How, as us as a department, how can we give back? How can we address that?
The goal with Food for Fines, keeping more food on UT Outpost shelves.
With such a large department as parking and transportation, I think this will greatly benefit our students visiting Outpost, and it has in the past.
The cans of soup must be at least 10 ounces unopened and unexpired. If your fine is $15 to $35, then you only need 5 cans of soup in order to dismiss your citation. If your fine is $36 to $75, then you will need 7 cans in order to waive your citation.
In previous years, food items like peanut butter and pineapple were collected. It amounted to nearly $7,500 in waived citations. You can donate cans to any staffed parking garage on campus to clear your parking fines.
Food for Fines has already exceeded their goal for this year, and tomorrow is the last day to donate. Students and staff have donated over 400 cans of soup. That clears over $2,400 in citations.
Major changes on the horizon for Austin public transportation. At a town on Tuesday, the Austin Transit Partnership presented 5 route proposals for a new light rail. Residents were able to give feedback on the options. The proposed lines start at different points between 29th Street and the North Lamar Transit Center before ending in East Austin.
So we think in each of these options, the most important thing is these options are connecting destinations, they're connecting people to jobs, to medical appointments, and to entertainment.
These route options were scaled down from initial plans in order to meet the $5 billion budget allotted for the light rail. Residents can continue to submit feedback on the proposals over the next 6 weeks.
A UT Austin safety group wants more secure construction sites. Austin PD were called to West Campus after debris hit and killed a man on his bike on March 2nd. The victim was Michael Delgado, a 29-year-old father. The construction company says they are working with Austin PD. The president of Safe Horns questions the city and university safety rules.
What are those inspections? Are they just regular? We want more frequent inspections. We want to make sure that the properties are more secure.
McNew believes more safety efforts need to be pushed by the university and city of Austin because right now there are more than a dozen construction sites in the area.
On Tuesday, President Biden announced he is establishing national monuments in Nevada and Texas. The newly protected land takes up more than 500,000 acres. This is part of Biden's commitment to honor culturally significant areas. Texas's newest monument site is the Castanier Range in El Paso. West Texas environmentalists and lawmakers have spent 52 years trying to preserve this range.
A car crashed into a 50-year-old Austin staple, leaving 1 employee injured. Hole in the Wall is a bar known for hosting live music near campus. The accident happened last Monday night. 2 cars crashed on Guadalupe Street, causing one to collide with the bar. It damaged a section in the front, but didn't stop the venue from hosting live music.
It was very surprising and kind of a wacky start to the day, I think. And yeah, there were some people coming over assessing the damage to the building.
A GoFundMe has been launched for the injured employee. For more information, Hole in the Wall has a link posted on their Instagram page.
UT police are searching for a man entering Moody Communications buildings. A university email was sent by Texas student media warning staff and students about a trespasser. The man has been asked to leave campus buildings twice. The man was in off-limit areas in the Hearst Student Media Building. He is believed to be over 30 years old and not a student. If you see anything suspicious, please report to UTPD.
Coming up next, a UT professor is bringing BIPOC voices to the world of comics.
And with West Fest and 40 Acres Fest right around the corner, stay tuned for this weekend's weather forecast.
We all want to be cool, right? Well, here's how to be cool when you hit the trails in Austin. Cool people know that sharing the trail is, well, cool. Do you think it's cool to be that guy? Didn't think so. Cool people keep our parks clean by disposing of their waste. And when hiking or biking, don't be like that guy and stick to trails whenever possible. Being cool is as simple as remembering to respect our natural spaces. Learn how to be cool by visiting austintexas.gov/leave-no-trace. Stay cool, Austin.
911, where's your emergency?
Today, tens of millions of refugees have been forced from their homes. But you can make a difference. Act now. Even small amounts make a big difference. Visit supportcrisisrelief.org.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
No matter how you travel, there are laws to keep everyone safe. On a bike, obey all traffic signals, including red lights and stop signs. Ride with traffic. Use hand signals and have a light and reflector at night. Let's all work together to get home safely.
Hey, Gwen posted her new dessert online. That is so good. Look. You gotta look at it. It's her finest work.
Talk or text later. Don't let your phone drive you.
Next time, I am turning you off.
Yum, yum, yum. That's good.
Although Texas and some schools are fighting against diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, a 3-day convention at UT was held to create a space and uplift BIPOC creators. Kevin Vu is live in the studios to tell us all about it.
Before spring break, comic book creators, scholars, and even Disney animators of color joined to show off their work, art, and discuss topics surrounding BIPOC communities and arts.
Seriously, this is really special, and we make it special together.
Frederick Aldama, also known as Professor Latinx at UT, has spent years uplifting Black and brown comics at Ohio State University. Aldama came to UT last year and launched BIPOC Pop, the only convention of its kind dedicated in bringing together Black, Indigenous, and people of color creators.
Part of it is to shout from rooftops that we are actually doing all this really cool stuff.
But states and institutions are creating efforts to destroy these diversity, inclusion, and representation efforts, with the state of Texas telling schools to pause all DEI hiring effort policies, and UT system following suit by telling all UT schools to stop policies that promote DEI efforts.
BIPOC Pop allows comic book creators, artists, writers, and filmmakers to show off their work.
It's really introspective because you get to see and learn and talk to them and find out what inspired them to create that and what decisions they made to get there.
The convention also gave some people a chance to learn more about their career path in art and even outside of art.
One of the convention panelists, she was talking about like how Netflix and YouTube, they don't have a comment section, decenter like voices of people of color and learn ways that we could like uplift them in the media that we consume.
I don't want to grow BIPOC Pop too much because I want it to continue to be a really intimate sharing and learning and creative space.
And if you missed the event, it will come back next spring with bigger, different guests to talk and show off their amazing creative work.
Change is also happening off campus with sororities and fraternities giving back to their community. The annual philanthropy event used to be called Roundup, but is rebranding itself to Westfest. The purpose? To reintroduce collaboration with the university who cut ties due to its controversial past.
Being able to kind of participate in this wide-scale philanthropic effort has been really, really cool, and it's been really great to get a lot of other members of the Greek community involved.
Saturday at 8:15, there will be a free concert from West 22nd Band at the UT Tower.
Westfest isn't the only thing on campus making headlines. Researchers here at UT have discovered a possible weak spot in the COVID-19 virus. They found a part of the virus that makes it combine with human cells and infect people. If vaccines can target this part, they may weaken or kill the virus. The discovery could help improve treatments and protect against existing and emerging coronaviruses.
Coming up, don't put your umbrellas away just yet. More ahead about the weather you can expect for the rest of the week.
And in sports, hear about the UT baseball team making a winning comeback from their rocky start.
Today, tens of millions of refugees have been forced from their homes. But you can make a difference. Act now. Even small amounts make a big difference. Visit supportcrisisrelief.org.
Drive too fast, and someday you'll see the light. Speeding can cost you time, money, and hassle.
License and insurance, please.
It's just not worth it. Be safe. Drive smart.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is vaping? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong. Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
You wouldn't think that it's about to be April with the cold and rainy weather we've been having here in Austin.
Well, can't complain. This is the greenest I've seen the city in months. Hannah Rossi is joining us with the weather tonight.
Yes, that's definitely the silver lining to last week's thunderstorms, which don't seem to be letting up anytime soon. While temperatures are heating up after a chilly week here in Austin, wind speeds have also been increasing throughout the day as we've been experiencing scattered thunderstorms. Rising temperatures and rain have also brought increased humidity in the area, which is hovering around 74% for the day. Temperatures will increase as we head into the evening, peaking at 80 degrees around 8 p.m. as we see the chance of rain start to pick up again. Rain should continue into early tomorrow morning, with storms from the hill country expected to start rolling in after 2 a.m. These should move pretty quickly, but still expect a rainy drive to work with scattered showers starting around 7 in the morning. Austin residents will finally be getting some sun this Saturday with a 0% chance of rain and low humidity. This is the week's only bright spot, though, as skies will be cloudy throughout the weekend and heading into Monday. Over the next 5 days, mornings are expected to start with temperatures in the low 50s, rising into the 80s during the evening.
Well, I'm really excited for that sunny weather on Saturday. What will you be doing?
Yeah, I will be volunteering at 40 Acres Fest, so I am also very excited for that. Yeah. Thank you for the weather update, Hannah.
Thanks. Coming up in sports, how the Texas Longhorns are feeling after making it to their first Sweet 16 of March Madness in 15 years.
And Rodeo Austin is back. We'll give you an inside look at some of the events after the break.
The hardest thing with mental health is it becomes a spiral. And sometimes all you literally need is a little catalyst to help you to stop.
When I'm in pain or when I'm suffering, I have a really hard time reaching out and asking for help.
I know it's so hard to talk about mental health, but when you don't talk about it, you feel more isolated, you feel more alone.
If you feel something in your gut, if you feel something's wrong, you should, talk to them about that.
Sometimes starting a conversation with someone about their mental health can seem awkward, but your support can make a huge difference.
And I think that that's hopeful in those really dark times.
You might not know what to say, but there are a lot of things you can say to open things up.
I know you're going through some stuff, and I want you to know I'm here.
I deal with the same issues as well.
Maybe it's me, but I was wondering if you're all right.
Learn more about how to start the conversation at seizetheawkward.org.
Being the new face of Don't Mess with Texas comes with a lot of responsibility. Thanks. Everybody loves me here.
I can't wait to go home.
I just want to help keep Texas clean and maybe spice some things up around here.
Lasso the barrel! Lasso the...
I'll never litter, Joe.
Don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Mama! Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Welcome back. I'm Cecilia Rodriguez with your sports update. It's March and the madness is officially underway. After being crowned the Big 12 champions, the Texas men's basketball team is still dancing towards a championship run. The two-seeded Longhorns are now advancing to the Sweet 16 round for the first time since 2008. Senior forward Dylan DeSue topped his career high with 28 points in the win over Penn State in the round of 32 this past Saturday.
We get our work in, we have fun, and we've had an incredible journey winning really big. I mean, this team tonight, I think this is the third most wins in school history. We're back in the Sweet 16. This is why these guys came back.
Texas is set to play the third-ranked Xavier Musketeers in the Sweet 16 round tomorrow night in Kansas City. The Texas women's basketball team's run to another Elite Eight appearance ended in heartbreaking fashion at home in the Moody Center on Monday night. The Big 12 champions and number 4 seed favorites fell to the Louisville Cardinals 73-51 in the second round of the NCAA tournament, marking the end of the first basketball season played in the newly built Moody Center. March doesn't only revolve around basketball. In Scottsdale, Miami, Tokyo, and Taichung, the World Baseball Classic was the place to be as 20 countries competed in this fan-favorite tournament. The tournament drew in over 1 million fans to the various games, beating the previous record of over 500,000 in 2017. Some of the best games included Puerto Rico versus the Dominican Republic, Mexico versus Japan, and the USA versus Japan.
When I signed up, I was really excited. But being here in front of the crowd, chanting USA when, in the ninth inning and, hitting a homer and seeing the guys all fired up in the dugout, this means a lot to me and just everything.
The United States shined with standout wins against Cuba, Venezuela, and Canada, ultimately falling to Japan 3-2 in the championship game at the hands of Angels pitcher Shohei Ohtani on Tuesday night. At Disch-Falk Field, the Longhorns season is in full swing. Nearing the end of their 14-game home stretch, the Horns are looking to continue their 11-game win streak, heading into conference play this Friday night against Texas Tech. Designated hitter Garrett Gilmette was the star in Tuesday night's 17-11 win over the Incarnate Word Cardinals, bringing home a solo home run in the third and a grand slam in the sixth.
I have personally been trying to keep up to watch every basketball Longhorn game. I need them to win for my bracket.
Same here, same here. I have them going to not only the Final Four, but I have them going all the way and winning it all, so I'm really praying that they continue this great win streak, and I think this is a great group of guys. This is the first Texas team in a while that you really feel they have a chance at going all the way, and I think it'd be a great thing if they won it all in Houston. I mean, we're in Texas. That would be such a great thing. I don't know about y'all, but it's been a great season so far.
Yeah, I have been meaning to go to the Moody Center to watch a basketball game, so I might have to stop by. Thank you.
How one fundraising event is protecting the Austin bat population. More on this after the break.
And find out how one woman's love for birds saved a nest of duck eggs.
Many of Austin's families have been financially impacted by COVID-19, making it difficult to pay rent. The City of Austin Rent Assistance Program is for Austin renters with low income who've been affected by COVID-19 and cannot pay their rent. The program's been greatly improved. It now offers more assistance for those who need help paying their rent. Now is the time to apply. We are here to help you.
Fostering a pet for a friend or neighbor can keep families together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Whether it be sports, music, or art, we're all good at different things. But when it comes to texting and driving, no one's good at that.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, on a journey that we're now on together as a family, we can't help but be inspired by her every day.
Hey, Mom, we're about to start the movie.
Oh, yeah, I'll be right there. Okay.
So really, we are the lucky ones. Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
South by Southwest has something for everybody, even lovers of critters.
Wildlife Rehabilitation Centers organize their own festival. Emma Claire Ellis is live in the studio to tell us how wildlife is being kept safe.
The festival was full of food, music, and even bats for guests to hold. This is the event's second year supporting Austin wildlife rescue and rehabilitation groups. Animal lovers across Austin came together for a day of music to raise money and awareness for wildlife rehabilitation centers like the Bill Hicks Wildlife Foundation.
So many times people will call us up and go like, so there's a raccoon in my yard, and they think there's something wrong with that.
Lynn Rairdon, the director of the foundation, says they receive calls every day about animals. Some can be solved over the phone. Other times, volunteers help.
This is the end of spring migration. The bats are moving back into town, so little bats are getting in trouble all over town. They're flying into buildings.
That's when the Austin Bat Refuge comes to the rescue. The organization receives one bat almost every day, which keeps them busy. Right now, Austin Bat Refuge is spreading the word about palm trees like this, which can provide essential shelter for yellowtail bats. They're urging Austin homeowners with a palm tree to avoid trimming it so the bats can continue to live safely. Caring for wildlife can be expensive. Depending on their condition, it can be hundreds of dollars for each animal. That's why donations like those raised at the Fur Will Fly Fest are so important.
It's a great way for us, again, to provide an avenue for artists, musicians, to get some exposure, as well as at the same time provide exposure for ourselves and our friends about the work that we do.
The festival raised $1,700 to be split by both organizations. If you find a wild animal in need of help, you can find your closest wildlife rehabilitator by checking out a link with this story at reportingtexas.com.
Animal lovers, if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, consider checking out Rodeo Austin. All week, students showcase livestock. Other events include competitions, judging contests, and a horse show. It's a nonprofit fundraiser, and students from 3rd grade to high school can win scholarship money.
It's great to see little kids come in, and when they win, they are just so alive with energy on this. So it's a great experience.
Will be continuing throughout this weekend.
While Austinites are watching the rodeo, horses, people just north of the city are focused on another animal. A Cedar Park woman is on a mission to save a nest of duck eggs in a tree at her local HEB. She says the tree was marked for removal or trimming. The eggs couldn't be taken out because they still needed to develop. After she contacted the city, HEB, and the shopping center manager, they agreed to leave the tree and eggs untouched.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Reporting Texas TV.
If you would like to check out any of our stories or our newscast, please visit reportingtexas.com. We'll see you next Thursday. Good night.